Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10.
Order filled.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 10. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 17. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 11. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 37. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 19. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10.
We're going out of business soon. I have a question for you.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 10.
Your man's point. What do you think he's about to turn on your roaster?
He's well aware of what he's doing, and the crowd is starting to feed him some energy. He knows that's not going to get him what he's. We need $2,000, okay? Okay, sure. But here's the good news: we will immediately double it and return it. Immediately. Immediately. How are we going to do that? The national anthem. If you saw this video, it's better than most viewed video ever. It's more than any of your knockouts. 17.1 million views. Nothing gets your. Is it actually the most viewed? Yes. Yes, because we lost by 100th of a second. We've been doing the research. We know what's going to fucking happen. We have charts. We have charts. What's going to happen?
Want to stay there, camera roll, and go from this?
Speed it up, speed it up, speed it. Just in the check, then I beat it. Acting my jacket from speed it. My chick don't exactly know English. They ain't about that next no beat. Might as well go back and dig it. Back to the bed.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 10. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 13.
Some people give, some people take. All I do is take. I think you know that by now. I'm evil Mr. Beast. I'm evil Steve. He's no evil doing a thousand gift. Come on. Thousand gift. You know the man. Come out here. Tell the people come to the Twitch right now. Since he's throwing money. Any one of you might hear. It's okay. Yeah.
I think I like this little life. This little life. I think I like this little life.
Now where they at?
I won so much I got myself a table in fucking Las Vegas. Do you pay us?
Ain't nobody do this right here, bro. I swear to God, I swear to God. Watch the bounce. Watch the bounce.
You know I had to try it.
Watch the bounce. Watch the bounce.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 14.
Australia. I had the best time in the UK, and it was beautiful meeting everyone. I want to say thank you so much for all the love that you've shown me. I see the hurtful.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 19. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 14. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 19. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 18. Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10.
The Zuno project, what's up, bro? Yeah, we're currently long 10, getting absolutely railed. Wish I could say there's hope, but I don't think there's hope. Maybe we just get two-way tested. Who freaking knows? Still 3 minutes on this chart. Double bottom here. Is that a perfect double bottom? Wow. That sure is. Let's see if we hold it. Zuno project, what happened, dude? How much you lose? What's up, nerd? Kuralov? Pretty solid wick here, actually. Let's see if we can close out strong. Maybe we get a nice push up now. Taking 5 off just at the highs, and then this up here. We got a pivot point down here. Let me show you. Got a pivot point up here at the 1923s, 1823. We'll see if we get it. This is like one of the better pullbacks of the day we've had. You can see on the 4-hour here with all this volume. Obviously a better pullback would be way down here. 855s. But let's see how this candle closes here. Map's really not too interesting either. Although we did find some support down here on the book map. Check this out. You can see this level down here. See how we kind of bounced off it here. It's that double bottom you're seeing. So we'll see if we can hold that, or if we're just gonna flush right through it. Either way, it'll be okay. Pretty big block up here at 150s. It's pretty interesting. But then you also got 146 orders on there at the 800s. 250 is 2 trades. My analysis was just wrong. Maybe I need to avoid Mondays altogether. I'm not sure. No, I don't think you need to avoid Mondays, dude. I mean, look at this is Monday, and look at this huge. We had a perfect push up from the 20s to the 80s. It's 60 points, dude. And just all green 5-minute candles. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles. Now, I could be buying at the top right now, but we're going to see. Hopefully when we push through the highs, we get a strong push. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just have the book map up so I can see like where price kind of finds support and resistance at, and like kind of big target areas, like kind of those big orders on the book. so you can see where price kind of wants to head. But yeah, I've started to just try to use volume. You can see on my chart I have the volume profile. So it actually is pretty nice. And when we came back and we double bottomed right here at the value area high, nice sort of trend line for me. If we can get a strong push up here, I think we'll be in a good spot. Taking on a good amount of risk, but what a sight this is. This is Tradevate. Alright, let's see if we can push, dude. Come on. Been in this trade for like 15 minutes so far. Let's see if we can get this push here. Nice and strong. Get through this volume level here and we should be good to go for the highs. Got a pretty big order up there at the 18-100s. So that'd be a key level to watch. 18-100s. See if we can get this high of day break with some good volume here. We got like a minute and a half left on this candle. I would like to see some sort of close above this previous candle here, but if we kind of wick it and then wait for the next candle, we'll be fine. We'll live. Dollar selling off pretty good. Let's see where the previous day. Yeah, so previous day value area high. Still kind of bouncing off it pretty good. Previous day point of control. So you can tell we're kind of just in this choppy range right now. So hopefully if we get a breakout, we'll get a pretty strong push up. But yeah, I mean this pullback, double bottom right to today's value area high looks pretty nice. I just need to get through this volume level at 80s and we should be good to go. Not 100% sure about this other take profit up here, but we're just gonna leave it and we'll see how good the push is. Delta's still pretty weak. I got the cumulative delta down here. Let's see if we can get this push, baby. 18-100s, 18-95s. You got like a combined 110 orders there, which is pretty big. So look at the book map here. I'm watching from Uzbekistan. I'm trading on Tradevate, and I'm using a prop firm account called Apex. It's a 150K account. So I'm in my combine right now. I have a funded Top Step account, but I trade that later in the day. So you can see here on the book map, see how we're finding all this support down here. This looks really nice for this push up into this pretty big block up here we have at 18-100s and 18-95s. So let's see if we can See if we can get it. The Zuno project, do you trade on a prop firm, or do you have your own live account, or what do you do? Interested to see if this tries to sweep out these stops below this double bottom first, or if we kind of just, if we just go. I'd really like to see it just go, but it's not up to me, unfortunately. So I'm going to keep watching this level as we come back here on the book map. I'm going to keep watching this kind of 57, 60, 55 area down here. My book map's frozen. There you go. And just, so there's on the book map, there's always going to be a 10, there's going to be like a 100 order block, like 10 points either way of the current price. You can see there's 103 and 116. So I'll kind of watch and see how that reacts down here at this 60 level. And if we break through it pretty strong, then I'll probably hop out. But I think we should be looking good for a push here. Come on, baby. I mean, hopefully we just get a pretty empowering push straight up here. It'd be nice to see. It's sitting through a lot of chop right now. Let's see if we can, so we break high of that candle there. We still are just seeing some resistance at this 80 level. Let's see if we just pop right now. Got that 90 level we're breaking through pretty good. On the book map, we're kind of just inching higher. There we go. I'm gonna go stop to break even. Let's see, it's a $1,500 trade there. So we locked in 1,500. I'm gonna let this run till 115s probably. See if we can get the push all the way up there. Stops at break even for the rest of the 5. We could just have a nice one and done trade here today. I just recently switched from demo to my Top Step combine. I haven't gotten funded before. How about you? What are you trading with? So I got a Top Step funded account. It's a 50K account. And then I just started this 150K with
Trade
Apex.
NQH for CME at BMDB by 12.
But yeah, Top Step's pretty good. Apex has got a good deal going right now. I don't know if it's still going or not, but they got a pretty good deal. So now we're kind of looking to see if we can hold this strong candle. Let's see, we got 6 seconds. I believe we should be able to. 1 second. Nice. So now we're trying to see if we can get this 100 level. So we'll keep an eye on the book map. So like you guys can see here. So here's all that support we were talking about that we found at the 60s. Kind of tested it one last time right here, and then we had that strong push up. Now we're waiting to see if hundreds will break here, and if hundreds break, then I feel it should feel pretty good about this 115. Take profit I got up there.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 11.
Do you know about Uzbekistan? I do not. Sounds lit though. So yeah, so we still got a nice push out of here. I mean, we got a nice 1 hour breakout, so kind of just waiting to see like how high this thing really wants to go. I don't think I'm gonna trail my stop. I think I'm just gonna leave it, and just if it gets hit, take profit. Gets hit, it gets hit. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm gonna take it all off right there. I completely lied. All right, up 3 bands. Want to lock it in. It's a fresh 150K, so good start to the week. 3K right there. One trade, one and done.
Trade NQH for CME at
I do think this 100 level is still in a really good spot. We should be able to get through it, no problem. I just didn't want to have to sit through
Trade NQH for CME
watching
at
this
the
thing come
MDB
back
by
and test
11.
this trend line possibly. Yeah, that 150 would be huge OB pass. Yeah, dude, hoping for the 150K. It was only like 90 bucks with Apex, so pretty good deal. Take profit was at 115, so I'll draw out 115s here. And we'll just watch and see if this breaks. I don't think I'm going to take any other trades, but might log into my funded and see if we can find any setups there, because we're kind of just going straight up today. But yeah, so the trade was kind of this 5-minute retest. Obviously you have this doji here, so this could be a little scary. Some people probably got short here. But I kind of just saw how we broke through the value area high strong. We come back and we have a good reason to retest it as long as this wick, along with this wick test here, and we did that and created a double bottom, so I was almost fully confident in that. And then we kind of started to form this little trend line, broke out pretty strong. Got through this volume at 80s and completely went straight through the highs, exactly what we wanted, so we should go up to 15s here, 115s. Yeah, let's see what that looks like on the 1 minute, because I probably would have gotten out so many times. Yeah, so the entry was here, and you're just having to watch it go like this. So, yeah, glad I was in the 5 minute. Only trading the 5 minute this week.
Trade NQH for CME at the MDB by 30.
Let's see on the book map here, you can see this 800 level is kind of getting swept, so we're going to hit it no matter what. So I mean, if you want a couple points, if you want 5 points, go 95s to 800s right now, you'll probably get it. Let's see what's past that. At 150, nothing really at 20s or 115s actually.
For CME at the MDB by 10.
Yeah, nothing really at 20s or 115s. Little 90, might try to sweep 90s quickly, unless we find support there. Yeah, 100s look strong. Let's see if, I think we'll probably get 100s here. Oh. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Woke up late today too. Woke up at like the perfect time. So you can see this 100 level's starting to almost look like a little liquidity sweep, but then we got to test this 90 level here and see kind of what we do here. So let's see. So the 10 block sold through it pretty quickly. Now let's see how we react off this here. Let's see. Any sort of rejection, that'd be a good long right there. If we hold this 90 level. Let's see what's the low of this candle. 90.25. Still a bunch of orders there. So I could honestly wick right up off that. And go get that 100 level. Let's see if we get that 100 level. Let's see. This is that line we were talking about. This is that kind of first mental take profit I had. Should just go straight through it. If not, then we might be seeing some resistance, but I don't see how that's possible after going 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles. There we go. So there's that 100 level. Now we look at 15 points higher 115s. So you can see on the book map. Honestly, probably should have held this trade, but see how we come and test this 90 level, bounce right off the 90 level and break straight through the hundreds. Pretty, really good setup there. So now we're starting to get that 10 block of it. 115s, there's really no liquidity, so I think it's honestly just, we're golden for 115s. I do kind of wish I was still in this trade, but at the same time, I took my profits and got out of there, so I'm fine with it. Let's see, how much more would that have been? So we locked in 15. Yeah, so because there's really no liquidity up here, we might just go straight up to 115s, but alright, so QQQ is pulling up to a pivot point right now. So you can see QQQ is kind of at this pivot point. Dollar's just dumping. There we go, alright. QQQ pushes through. Now we gotta watch and see if this starts to wick at all, because this is a huge 5-minute candle. And we still gotta push a little higher for the NAS. Could be questionable. 15s could be doable. I'm not too sure yet. Let's look at the book map. So it's kind of hard to tell, like, if we're just sweeping or if we're not going to get a level, because like there's really no orders up here. Once there start to be orders up here and there's interest shown, then I think it's a little easier to see. But because we keep bouncing off of higher levels, I think, yeah, like this is going to go straight through right now. Maybe not right now.
QH for CME at BMDB by 20. Trade and QH for CME at BMDB by 12.
But yeah, so you can see on the book map, see how there's really no kind of levels inside of this 10-point range where we're bouncing out of, or kind of major key interest levels, how there were at like that 90 and 100 level. So because that's not there, it's kind of just chopping around and waiting for that next order to come in to kind of try to sweep out. So 15s haven't been touched yet. High of the candle is 14 on the dot. We're getting pretty close, so. Still got that big block up there at 150s. It's very strong right now.
QH for CME at BMDB sell.
Alright, so now we gotta watch here. New candle opens up, so we could pull all the way back down to this 100 level and retest, pull a little wick test. We got some volume over here. It's kind of that next little node, I would say, or here at hundreds maybe. Let's see if we get that 115 level. Jeez Louise, this thing's going forever.
Trade and QH for CME at BMDB sell 10.
What a pure breakout. Let me go back to see how much that was.
Trade and QH for
So
CME at
$2
BMDB
grand.
sell 10.
How many points? 70.50. We took it off at 90.50. So 20 points. $2,000, 90-50 up to 115s.
Trade NQH for CME at
It's like
BMDB
25
by
points, so
12.
that would have been an extra $2,000 probably, a little over. Missed out on an extra $2,000, but then at the same time locked it in. It could have easily just swept those highs and dumped right away. And I had said I'm probably gonna take it off a little early because I mean being up $3,000 on the day is like I'm not really trying to get much more than that. 2 more $3,000 days and I pass.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 11.
So yeah, the value area high looks different now because it's kind of trailing up with price, but it was kind of down here, so it didn't fully, these two double bottoms didn't fully tap value area high, but it's kind of just the area. Still haven't gotten 115s yet. I think we'll get it here in a second. I think we're showing some good interest. There she goes. Alright, so 115s would have gotten hit.
For CME at BMDB
But
by 17.
that's alright. Took my profit, got out of there. So I got in down here, kind of mainly off this 5-minute fair value gap and this wick test down here. Got in a little early. Started dumping a little bit, added 5 more. So now we got a level at 37s.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 21.
Got this level at 37, so we'll watch and see how the book kind of reacts to this. But yeah, I think this 150 level up here should be our kind of next. Interested to see what happens up there.
CME at BMDB by 23.
I would not chase this if I were you guys. I would not be getting long right now. I mean, we're at complete all-time highs, I think, right? I think we are. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we're at complete all-time highs. I mean, we're just breaking out on top of breaking out. The next pivot point on the 4-hour chart is up at the 216s.
For CME at BMDB by 14.
So we'll see if that is even a thought.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 43.
All right, so we're starting to get a little bit of selling. I think if you guys wanted to buy a wick test, so you can see here, a wick test is pretty much just like when we leave a big gap like this and we come back and test the previous wick. So looking at this wick here, and then you look over, you got a decent amount of volume here at 95s. Obviously not a lot. There's more if you come all the way down, but then if you see this thing come all the way down, you just want to get out. So yeah, I think a long off 98s, just to be sure, put your stopper on. I don't know. I mean, even then, if it comes all the way back this far, volume kind of thins out over here, so you don't want to see it just flush down and then get stuck down here at 79s, because then you're just really far down. Still got that 125 level up here. This is a pretty big wick up here.
For CME at BMDB sell 10.
So, like, if there was selling pressure, I would, like, if we were just kind of chopping, I would usually get short and put my stop above a wick like that. But because we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 5-minute strong green candles in the last, what is that, like hour and a half? That is pretty tough to argue.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 15.
Jordan, make this hole your bit.
Alright, so we're pulling back into this 5-minute fair value gap. Let's see if we get that wick test or that test of that 97 area. Pretty heavy selling on the cumulative delta down here. You guys ask some questions in the chat, I'll answer them real quick. Pretty big order up at 112s. Watching 218 orders at 112s right now. So we might get a pop right through. Once we hit 112s, we might get a pop right through the highs. Or it might kind of hold us down. We chop for a little bit. But I think we'll definitely test 112. So if you guys are wanting to get long, we're coming up on a pretty good long here. Low of this candle doesn't seem convincing yet. I think we go lower. I think we sweep out hundreds maybe. Sweep hundreds quickly. And then kind of reverse back up. This could be another pullback, but I mean, you just don't know when it's going to end. We tap perfectly on that pivot point. I mean, look at this, guys. This is crazy. Come up just short on the pivot point. This is why you never put your stop or your take profit like exactly on top. Okay, it took
Trade NQH for
7
CME
points
at
off just to
BMDB
make sure
by
you lock it
17.
in. So it's kind of wicking this now. So let's see what happens. That 112 order is just gone. You guys see that? There were 218 orders at 112s. Didn't get hit quick enough, so they honestly, it might have just been trying to hold it down. So this is interesting because you can see there's this big order up here. Then we had a big order here, and they cut it. 142 is back on, so about 111. They're waiting to see 111 break. Let's see if they get it. How can I get American audience on my channel? I think you just gotta target like things Americans like. There we go, we break 111s. So let's see if we break out here. It doesn't seem too convincing, but I mean, if it wants to go, it can go. But yeah, I would say just target things like Americans like. I mean, the English subtitles and English music helps. And then kind of just look at, like, honestly, TikTok. Go to like the hashtags, hashtag America, and just see what's happening. I don't know.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 15.
So we kind of got a nice little breakout. I think anybody who put their stops above this wick up here is kind of freaking out. So they don't want to see this, so that's good for the longs. Low of this candle is 02s, kind of in this little low volume node right here. Which is a nice look. Would have been cool to see it bounce right off 96s, but whatever it wants to do, dude. Juan de Tardog. No idea what you're saying, dude. Unfortunately. Oh my gosh, I'm still recording. That is unfortunate. I was recording that. What kind of videos? What kind of
Trade
videos
NQH for
can I
CME at
get?
BMDB cell 10.
Not too sure what you're asking, my boy. So we leave another strong wick right up here in this low volume node at the 115s. So maybe we find resistance there and we pull back a little bit to value area high, maybe. Doesn't seem super convincing, but let's see what happens. 96s. Let's see what we do at
Trade
96s.
NQH for CME at BMDB cell 10.
Alright, so that wick test has been tested. There's 96 is touched. I think we'll flush a little lower through it. But now this is just the point where you see how far down do we go. Like, do we start changing kind of momentum? Cumulative delta is pretty strong. Or sorry, pretty weak. Strong to the downside. Yeah, look at this flush. So all those levels are kind of getting wiped right now. That 90 level comes back into interest. Obviously the order's not on anymore, but we're kind of retesting this high. So you can see in the so you can see we're pulling back, unfortunately, really strong, and we're kind of testing all these highs we had up here where we were kind of getting stuck. So now it's a matter of seeing if we can find a bouncing point.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 10.
If we can find an area to bounce from, or if we just flush right back through and probably sweep out this 60 level would be the lowest target. Holy cow, that was way too much. But yeah, so 60s are coming back on. They're wanting to flush that, but we gotta see if we get through like 85s, 80s. 85, 80s will be kind of our interesting spot here. I mean, really heavy candle. It's about to close too.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB cell 50.
Sell 50, yes, they're gonna flush this down. Low of that candle is right in this low volume node. So that's interesting. They could completely reverse it and just get a straight, just eat this entire candle back up. We'll see. Excuse me. I'll be right back. we're still bouncing it back up. Buyers are pretty weak on the Delta. So I do think this could be a little, we bounce it back up and then we honestly could just bring it right back down. Maybe we test this level here, 102s. Oh, sorry. Weak test of 102s. Wouldn't be a bad spot to get short and just put your stop above here. This, I'm not taking it, but I'm just saying. So let's see. Yeah, because you got a lot of resistance over here, so honestly, not a horrible setup. I'm just interested to see if this thing wants to rip all the way back up. I'd be pretty shocked, honestly. Let's see on the book, we had this level down here, 75s. Found some support at, so maybe we dump it back off this, test 75s again, and then go. I don't know. I do not know. But now it's crazy how it flipped. There was so much topside interest, and now we're starting to see all this come in down here. So rolling that wick test. Yes sir, bro. See you tomorrow. Good luck with your cat, dude. That's tough. We'll go make 3K tomorrow too, don't worry.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB sell 10.
Did it pop back up or is it still dumping?
It's kind of popping back up, but it might dump back down.
Trade NQH for CME at BMDB by 15.
Look at this, dude. Look at it. Got long here. Added. So I was in 10.
Bro, that's a lot.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, you just gotta have balls. You don't have balls, dude.
To the...
And I had my original take profit at 115s, but I saw how much I was up, and I was like, all right, bro.
Dude, that shit's fucking at actual all-time highs.
Yeah, I know. I'm translating through the Translate program. Sorry if it was written wrong. I wish you success in your work. Thank you, Nurkurulov.
Hey man, that's
I
low.
wish you the best in Uzbekistan.
What's on the bottom right? Oh, it's just an Nasdaq.
Yeah, it's a 4 hour.
Wow.
Higher time frames, baby.
Dude, did you see the hourly breakout?
Yeah, that's like part of why I got in this.
That shit fucked me, bro. Kept getting long and waiting for that shit.
What time frame were you on?
I was off the 3 minute or the 2 minute.
5 minute, dude. Cash is king.
Yeah. 5 minute.
Dude, like, look at this.
Transfer to.
I sat through all this.
Yeah, that's
And
wild.
I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even see it, right?
Oh my gosh, there's a freaking hair in my eye, dude.
Chad, should I get a buzz cut? Nurkurulov, do you think I should get a buzz cut, dude? I need your input. See, it's crazy. Even looking at the 1 minute for 2 seconds, I already see a setup. Could be a long there, but that is not my area anymore. Maybe that's where you get picked out. 150 levels up there strong. After 150s, you got 180s, looks like. Still bounce out of that 75 area, which means we kind of have a nice retest off these highs. So longs could be back in, but I don't know.